Hello, soccer fans, and welcome to the OCAA on HSN, the setting Ontario Soccer Centre for this matchup between the undefeated Humber Hawks and the Conestoga Condors. I'm Andrew Milani, alongside my broadcasting partner this evening, Zach Benoit. And Zach, Humber comes into this matchup ranked 4th in the CCAA. How would you describe their success so far this season?
I mean, you got to look at their top players, right? You know, Humber really kind of thrives when they get their top ones going, and you look at number 9 right at the front there, Caitlin Russell, really just leading the squad. And Katrina Medeiros as well, right behind her. You know, once you get those two going and once you get this Hawks team rolling, they look unstoppable.
Yeah, we get a look at some of the starters tonight this evening against the Condors, and a little bit of a change up in the starting lineup as Emma Chernuska gets to start in the midfield. Usually we've been used to seeing her coming off the bench in the matchups this season as the players line up at midfield for the national anthem. Players line up at midfield to exchange fist bumps before we get things started here for 90 minutes of soccer here in Vaughan, Ontario. Will serve the purpose of the Hawks Nest here this evening and really all season for both these soccer teams that the Humber Hawks have. This will be our first look this season at the Hawks Nest, and only look, for that matter, at the Conestoga Condors. They come into this one ranked 7th in the division, 1-3-2 record, 9 goals for, 11 against. So obviously a little bit of a stingy team on defense. It's be a little bit of a battle. We've seen Humber, they kind of start offense from defense. So it could be a little bit of a slow start to this one. Could be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, you know, Humber, we saw with the men's team, and, you know, the women's team kind of does the same thing where they like to space out the field a lot. They want to try to set up their attackers very well with some just nice quick passes. And, you know, on the side of Conestoga, they kind of do something similar. They just want to play, they play the defense, and they try to just capitalize on any mistake that they can. So look out for a more defensive matchup, but obviously, you know, Humber, they're riding a hot hand. You know, they got some really good pieces on that offensive side. So look out for them to try to get an early lead here and try to make, you know, Conestoga slip up a little bit.
Yeah, and we mentioned those offensive weapons. They have Caitlin Russell. She is the star striker, the starting striker for this team, but really she's kind of placed all around the field, kind of playing back, helping out with the defense, and that's the real strength of this team, kind of just helping out each other, staying aggressive, and eventually turning these chances that they develop into goals.
Yeah, she's nearly averaging a goal a game, and you know, she wears that captain's patch on her arm for a reason because she really is just the captain of this team, the second-year player. You know, she took Humber's soccer program last year by storm, really just having an outstanding year, and she's just continued it here.
Yeah, her and Katerina Medeiros last year were quite the tandem. Medeiros obviously this year seeing a lot more starts coming off the bench this year, and this year instead Russell's being paired up with Spala the first year. And we're off here. Humber getting first possession.
Yeah, you know, you talked about Katrina Medeiros only getting only getting minimal starts, but she's right behind Russell in points. You know, Russell 17 on the year, Medeiros 12.
It's a good strategy by head coach Jose Caro, kind of having Medeiros come off the bench when those starters for the other team are getting a little bit tired. You know, not necessarily the exhaustion, but the fatigue starts to set in a little bit. And that's when her perfect opportunity to strike is.
Yeah, if you want to look at an offensive weapon on the side of Conestoga, Summer Koastani, you know, she has 4 goals on the year. She's the leading point getter for her team with 8. So look at her, you know, to try to feed the way for Conestoga offensively.
Conestoga hasn't got much here going yet so far. Humber still in possession here. Just moving the ball over midfield is Robitaille. It's Oliveira playing on the right side. Nice cross into the box. That's Cernuska starting this one. Was looking for Russell, couldn't find her. The ball's going to be cleared to safety. This could be an opportunity for Humber. Will not go for a corner, will be a throw-in.
And once again, right, who else is in the middle but number 9, Caitlin Russell? Really just shows she's everywhere on the field.
A lot of these Humber players are going to be looking for her to not just finish up the attack, but really get that attack going. Her assist number is also very strong so far this season. Cross into the box, was looking for Spalla, couldn't find her. Conestoga's going to clear this one out. And on to retrieve it is Pelletier, playing center back here this evening. Retta with it now. Crossing midfield, looking for Oliveira. Tons of space there on that right wing side. Stops up, looking for options. Little soft pass over to Spalla. Give and go here, couldn't quite connect that. Another clearing opportunity here for Conestoga. Cleared up, but right to the Conestoga defender. Gatti with it now. She's going to pass it back. Long pass from Puntillo. Couldn't quite get that one good to go. It's going to be a goal kick.
One thing I liked a lot, you know, watching the men's game was just the communication as well as their goalkeeper, you know, coming out and just kind of being that field general. And it's the same thing here for the women's team. You know, with goalie Bernardi coming out, you know, just letting defenders know, hey, this is what's going on, this is where you got to be. And you hear the communication amongst the players as well. So that's just something I want to, you know, keep looking at throughout the game for the side of the Hawks.
Yep. And we see with the Hawks, they like to get their goalie, in the case of time, Bernardi, in on the action. The way Humber plays, you know, they don't give up the most shot opportunities, so it's important for her to get those touches, especially just to kind of keep her, you know, toes in the game, keep her warmed up.
Yeah,
Ball in the air will be controlled by Retta for the Hawks.
Yeah, yes, please. Yeah, any
Hawks player tripped up, slow to get to her feet.
Thank you.
Chance here for Conestoga on the counterattack, but they give it right away. They'll get it back there on the throw-in, though. Hawks trying to control that one. A little bit of trouble, though. Bernardi coming out of her net. She's going to snatch that one up like no problem.
Yeah, on the year, you know, 5 starts for Isabella Bernardi, 1 goal against, 8 saves. She's had a really good year, and she's filling in big shoes of a player that, you know, upped and graduated last year. So, you know, possibly a little bit of pressure coming in, but she's handled it really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely stepping in for a veteran player last year. Crossed up field. No good. Humber still in possession, though. Russell with it, passes it off. Nice run, trying to get into the box. Ball still in play. Conestoga trying to get it out. It's going to be retrieved by Puntillo. She passes it back. It's Russell now. She's knocked down in the box. This is going to be
another look at it right here. And I believe, yeah, it's Cassia Torre. There's hard contact right there.
That's going to be a penalty. A little bit of a lax call by the referee there. Usually they got their arm out running to the crease, but referee here tonight is a little more casual about it. That's okay.
Yeah, I believe it happened like just inside the box at the top half. So penalty kick here, and this could be the opportunity the Hawks need for getting on the board.
And who else to take this? That's in. 1-0 Humber Hawks off that penalty kick.
Her second of the year, Cassia Torre drew the foul and got the penalty kick. Didn't miss. Goes for that low right corner. Goaltender bit to her right. Shot going the opposite way. Early on, Humber takes that 1-0 lead.
For the goalies, it's really just a 50-50 guessing game. I guess you could say 1/3 guessing game if the shooter wants to take the middle, although it's a little unusual. Torre electing to go to her right. That's good enough for a 1-goal lead here for the Hawks. Quick start here for the Humber Hawks, scoring that one right at the end of the 6th minute. Red and Gatti giving chase. Both of them couldn't pick it up. Stopped up by Puntillo. She passes it up. You see the patience here, the ball control here for the Humber Hawks. It's been their key to success this season and really was a big reason for that opening goal.
It's just that pressure and that pace of play. Humber just continuously does a really good job when it comes to that possession game. You know, they don't like to give the ball up a lot. They like to play with their defenders. They, you know, everyone gets a touch, try to spread out the other team as well as you can.
It's a pretty aggressive possession style that this team really plays, kind of getting everyone in here. They take some chances as well, which is important, especially when you have a top talent like the Humber Hawks do. The players like Caitlin Russell and Spalla and Medeiros. You can afford to take those chances. Thrown here. Conestoga only getting the ball into the attacking third so far once here in the opening 7.5 minutes. Ball being kicked back and forth here. Humber trying to start something up. Conestoga is going to cut that attack out and pass it right back to their keeper. Quick play as Spalla was rushing the keep. Good full court press here by the Hawks. They've got Conestoga pressed up in their own defensive third. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in here for the Condors.
Yeah, and you talk about Chantel Spalla and how impactful she's been as a first-year player. She herself has 4 goals on the year, 13 points. So really, it's just been that 3-headed dragon that we've seen at Humber on Humber's attack.
Free kick here for the Condors. Off that little bit of contact. Shea Freyne is going to take this one. She hands off to her teammate Sophie Main to take it. It's going to be dumped in all the way down. Bernardi will get her foot on that one. Humber pressed back in their own end. Ball kicked out of bounds, and we'll have a Condors throw in. Condors starting to look dangerous here, but the opportunity is taken away by the Hawks. Cernuska passes it back. Humber's going to restart the offense.
It's just strong play from that back line, really. And just, Conestoga hasn't been able to break through it yet, and they've just done a good job holding them.
The back line been a solid unit all year for this team. Pelletier and Robitaille back there. Of course, center backs, their main job is to defend, but they can also come up there and make some good plays as well.
Yeah, we talked about number 18 there, Pelletier, and 5th-year players. Really just kind of been the backbone of that back line. Last year was really just a stable piece when they made their run inside nationals. You know, stays calm, really doesn't really do too much with the ball, and just really helps their team.
Of course, Humber falling just a little bit short in the bronze medal bracket, losing the bronze semis and penalties. Absolute heartbreaker last year. Was both of us here to witness that one.
Yeah, unfortunate, you know, wanted to see the national championship be brought home, but like you said, falling just short. And obviously, you know, they lost a lot of pieces. Julia Zanardi was one of them. Talk about their goaltender, Fiore. You know, losing those pieces is hard, but they did a really good job in this offseason getting these first-year players like Spalla to try to fill those shoes. And obviously, it's hard to fill the shoes of a Giulio Zanardi or a Fiore, but you look at it, right, and they have good pieces, and this is a very good team once again.
And you can add Rebecca Spratt to that list, the right winger that they lost as well. It's been Oliveira, and it's been one of the players that's been filling in along with Cassia Torre. Have been very strong in that right mid side. And we have a player down on the field. Looks like one of the Humber Hawks.
I believe it's a Hawk and a Condor as well. We just saw both trainers just running out there to attend to the players. Looks like it was just two players going after the ball and a collision happened. Obviously, hopefully both are okay.
Hopefully nothing too serious here. Humber players congregating around midfield around their hurt teammate. There's a few feet back, closer to their own 18-yard box. We have the Humber player back up to her feet. Good to see. To the applause of the crowd here at Ontario Soccer Centre. The Condors player is up as well on her own power. Great to see. Hopefully these young women aren't facing anything too serious here this evening. Rose Policelli is going to check into this one. It's Chiara Puntillo being taken out. We have a few Condor players warming up around the goal line. Doing a little bit of jogging routines. Here we go, let's get started again. Once again, Conestoga being pressured in their own end, almost gave it away there in a dangerous spot. Spalla giving chase. That'll be retrieved by Retta. There's Policelli fresh in this one. She's got to make a play here, pass it back to her keeper, Bernardi.
Just a smart play right there, you know, just keep spacing out the field, get these Conestoga Condor players kind of spread out so you can set up a play, set up some type of rush here.
Of course, this play style also forces the opposition to run around a little bit, which of course doesn't hurt with the fatigue factor we mentioned earlier. Gatti off to Oliveira on her right.
I know one thing's for sure, I would not be able to withstand running for 90 minutes.
Soccer's a tough sport like that, Zach. I've only played in soccer leagues where there's shifts. Many, many shifts.
Yeah, whenever I played soccer, just goalie. Stand in the net. Don't do anything else. Made it very easy.
Tough job.
It had its moments.
Corner kick coming up here for the Hawks. Caitlin Russell, their free kick specialist, to take this one. Kick is up. It's a pretty good looking one, headed, but just wide of the net. That'll be a goal kick for Conestoga.
That a Torre Russell connection here so far early on in the game. You know, the two have done a really good job, you know, finding each other, trying to connect with some good plays. Almost happened right there again. We saw it earlier, which led to the penalty, which led to the goal. So these two, you know, this could be a tandem, a little bit of a duo we see going forward in Humber.
We'll see. Could be something special that perhaps could be built up through the years here. Olvera now. Cernuska. Back to Pelletier. She's going to have to run to her left to retrieve that. No, on that far side. Puntillo with it. Robitaille now. Over to Oliveira. Cross up looking for Spalla. Just got a foot on that one. Conestoga doing a pretty good job here holding down that fort, not letting Humber get any chances. Are too good here in this portion of the first half. They've had to retreat back to their back line a lot here.
Yeah, just approaching the 16th minute, and Humber's just been in control. They've just been dominating.
Crossed into the box, headed by Spalla, but that's going to bounce just wide. But good opportunity there, another good opportunity there for the Hawks. Leading to a goal kick. Substitution for Conestoga. Madison Figueredo coming into this one. Right to Spalla, and this could be dangerous. She lost that one, though.
Looks like she was trying to find Russell. Russell cut into the box, but then, cautious of an offside, kind of just broke the play down.
Good interception there on the far side, but it'll just roll out of bounds for a throw in here for Humber. Into the 18th minute here of this match, Humber with a 1-0 lead. Was off the foot of Cassiatore on a penalty kick. Big blast upfield. Caitlin Russell's first onto it. She's in the box. Gets around her defender. She's wide open. Puts it on net. And that's a goal. A beauty. Caitlin Russell putting Humber up 2-0 in the 18th minute.
What can we say that we haven't already said about Caitlin Russell? The moves to get around not one but two defenders to get an open shot. Another look at it here. Just comes screaming down the field. Beats one defender with a nice one-touch move and another one and just gets it tucked into that post. Just phenomenal play.
I think the referee might have to check her shoes because it looked like she had the ball in a string there. Absolutely magnificent moves, a little dipsy doodle to get right in front of the net for what ended up being a pretty easy goal there. Easy shot that she set up for herself. That's her 7th of the season.
And the captain strikes again.
Leading by example, Zach. (2-0) Humber, and that puts Conestoga in a little bit of a difficult situation here. But Humber won't let go of the ball. Good takeaway there by Cernuska. Through ball to Spalla. She gives chase, but just runs out of room. Good play there by the keeper to play up and get that one. Here's a chance for the Condors. Going inside, that's number 6, Patton. Ball just dribbles over. She's knocked down, whistle blown.
Looks like she got contact on her when she took the shot. Just the follow through on the foot might have caught the defender.
She's quickly back up on her feet, which is good to see. It's going to be or lead to a free kick here for the Condors, right at the edge of their attacking third. So some pretty dangerous field position right here. Remember, not setting up a defensive wall here, though. Cross into the box. That'll be headed away by the Hawks. Retta is going to run for that one. She won't get there, though. Now goes to Caitlin Russell. She passes it off. Her teammate had a burst of speed. Stops up the wing for teammates. Passed up. Ball on the far side. Low shot. That's going to dribble wide.
And just continues just good passing creates good opportunities for the side of the Hawks. I mean, you get all these short, quick passes to one another, and really it just looks like, again, they're facilitating everything through Russell, and then she creates the plays, and it continues to work. So, I mean, just phenomenal play so far out of the Hawks.
And with Russell, she really possesses all the offensive tools, so there's no easy way for the defenders to really go about taking away her space, taking away her time, because, you know, if you give her too much space, you know, you leave her open for the shot, and take away her teammate, or sorry, rather you take away her teammates to leave her open for the shot, and meanwhile, you know, you leave her enough space, she's going to find those teammates. So
yeah, it's a hard balance to try to figure out with Russell. You know, it's just a 5-tool player. You know, it's like, do I pressure them extra? Because if you pressure them, you're leaving someone else open. Do I give them the space? Do you leave them open? They take the shot. So, I mean, it's really just pick your poison.
Hawks in a bit of trouble there. They're being pressed up in their own end, finding a way to get it out here. This ball a low one touch to Oliveira, looking for Cernuska on the through ball. Can't quite get there. Good job by Oliveira to keep that in. She's running towards the box. Low cross, looking for Russell, couldn't quite find her.
Once again, number 9 inside the box.
Nice low look though. Drop kick to midfield. Gatti gets her foot on that one first and will dribble comfortably to Pelletier.
I mentioned at the start of the game, you know, the communication from the Hawks, and they're just doing a really good job just calling out to one another. What's the play? What are we doing? How are we going to facilitate this?
And here we go again. And even just something as little as letting your teammate know you're there can make all the difference in the world. Once again, looking for Russell in the box. Good strip there by Gatti, crosses it. Knocked out. Hawks get it back.
Just constant pressure by the Hawks. It doesn't matter if it's in the offensive zone or the defensive. They're just pressuring everything that they can on Conestoga, and the Condors just haven't been able to find an answer.
Yeah, it's like this Humber attack kind of comes in waves, you know. Right when you think it's over, they got another one. Could this be another one right here? Spalla trying to advance the ball. She loses it, though. Gets back to put pressure. Now roll out of bounds. And Oliveira will take the throw in.
Something to notice as well is just if an offensive player gives up the ball, they don't sit there and are upset about it. They get immediately back on defense, and that's just something to see, you know, as the season progresses and heads towards playoffs. You know, that's how you want to play. You don't want to get upset about something not going your way. You just get right back on defense and try to give your team more opportunities.
Yeah, in sports, you constantly hear the phrase playing the right way, and well, in soccer, that's playing the right way. Kicked out to the far side. The number 15, Policelli. She came in this one as a substitution. Gatti tried to pick that ball off, couldn't. Conestoga looking for the through ball, but instead they'll gently roll to Bernardi, the keeper.
You can see this team is just really one unit, one family. You know, these girls, they play for each other, and they want to be as successful as they can. And you know, it just shows when you have really good teamwork, good chemistry. It makes the game fun. It makes it playing easy.
When you're having fun out there, well, the rest just kind of falls into place. Bernardi to Robitaille, trying to get this one out. Oliveira, Spalla, low give and go. That one just past Spalla. Conestoga gets it back. Over halfway through this first half. Humber on top 2-0. First one was a penalty kick by Cassia Torre, and then the second one a beauty by Caitlin Russell, the captain. Thrown here for the Condors. Oliveira doing great to intercept that one. Kicked out of bounds by Gatti, and Conestoga will try again.
It's just really hard for Conestoga to get anything going because of the constant pressure from Humber. You know, you think you can take, you think they take their foot off the gas at all, and they just don't.
Constant pressure here seems to be the key for Humber Hawks and their new head coach, Jose Caro. It's part of his new system that he's worked in. Just being aggressive and really never letting any opportunities slip by. Throw ball here.
And really using both sides of the field, right? They'll transition on the right side and then reset the play, and they're going all the way over to the left.
That's really a consequence of the strong team, the strong balance of this team, that they can play through on both sides. A lot of teams really don't have that luxury.
Yeah, they can attack you from anywhere, really, and you got to be aware of that if you're an opposing team.
And their subs are good, too, to boot. They could be dangerous as well, as we mentioned, Katerina Medeiros.
Exactly.
It truly comes in waves, their attack. 26 minutes gone.
It's pretty scary when you have the second highest goal scorer on the team coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's right. Ball kicked deep. Humber's going to have to go back to retrieve it. It's going to be a throw in here. Conestoga can't do much there except for really kick it back into the Humber end, kind of a dump it in thing that they're going with.
Bernardi with his back line is very vocal, you know. She's always letting them know. It's like, hey, you have me. You have me as an option. Don't try to force a pass where it isn't there. You have me back here. And it's just something you notice along the process of a game, you know. It's just the goaltender being so vocal with her back line. It kind of makes it, you know, pressure a little bit lighter for any of these defenders.
Yeah, kind of playing the de facto sweeper there, much like Manuel Neuer, German national.
One of the best to do it.
Exactly right. Through ball there, Spala. She's got some space in the box, but that'll be blown dead offside. We'll get another look.
Yeah, good attempt. See if she was caught offside. Yeah, just
she got her run started a
bit,
little early.
Very close though. Split second, you hold off a little bit and you have a clear opportunity there, but got a little bit antsy, a little bit excited, and just want to take the opportunity as quick as she could.
Tough job for these referees. She makes a note in her book. Spala getting called for the caution there for kicking that ball after getting called for the offside. And once again, the Humber backline will reset things. Oliveira. Give and go with Robitaille. Spala. Cernuska, nice little move to get herself free. And that's Pelletier.
And again, right, Conestoga jam up this right side attack, bring the ball back, shift it around the field, and go up the left.
They found plenty of space there on that left wing end. Almost an errant pass there. Gaddy advances it. Caitlin Russell with the head of steam running in. Trying to find her way into the box. Gets on the edge, passes it off. She's going to have to run back to retrieve it.
This teamwork on the left side between Ettore and Russell, it just, as I continue to watch the game, it just gets better and better. You know, it's just like they don't even need to communicate. They know which one's going to get the ball. They know what to do with each other, and it's just very good chemistry between the two.
Robitaille, long cross looking for Russell. Just couldn't find her. Through ball, but Pelletier will be first on that one, passing it back to Bernardi. Once again, Humber will get things started from that far side. 30 minutes gone. Chance here for Conestoga. They got that ball deep, trying to find a way into the 18-yard box, passing it back. Gaddy cutting that one out. Battle here for the ball. That's Spalla now. Chantel Spalla, the first year, passed it off, intercepted. Conestoga will once again try, but that one picked off by Retta. Could be an opportunity here. Conestoga have numbers back, but there's plenty of open space here for the Hawks to work with. Caitlin Russell running in. The ball kicked out. That'll be a throw-in for Humber.
There were 3 defenders on Russell by midfield, and she took all 3 of them to the box. Carrying the ball all the way down. One finally challenged, but again, it just shows the talent of the striker here for Hawks.
I think we know what a lot of the pregame meeting was about for the Condors. Watch number 9 in white.
Try to target and shut down number 9 in white.
That's right. Oliveira working wide. She's covered by a defender. Turns around, tries to work even wider. That one knocked out of bounds, going to stay Humber ball. Throw into Spalla. Runs back to retrieve it. They're going to call that Humber ball. Substitution here for Conestoga. Number 16 in for number 6. Gowland in for Patton. Robitaille the throw in. Ball giving that one away. That's that back after the poke there by Oliveira. Kicked up field. But once again to Pelletier, and she's going to pass it back to the keeper.
And again, just good communication between Pelletier and Bernardi.
Long ball, was looking for Caitlin Russell. Couldn't find her. Hawks doing a good job to win that ball back. Once again, Bernardi will get the offense started.
Really staying involved here, you know. There was a couple of attacks that Conestoga had early and Bernardi shut them down, but now really Humber's defense has shut it down.
Good through ball here to Oliveira. She's got some space. Russell running into the box. Trying to get around her defender, pass it off, looking for Spalla. Cernuska will get it. Changes feet, she falls down. Spalla chasing the defender, trying to get it out. Oliveira gets a foot on it, but it'll go out of bounds for a Condors throw-in. Cernuska passes it back. We'll try and open things up on the right side here, this near side. Robitaille gets around her defender. Pass it off, Cernuska. Chips it ahead to Spalla. Let's see what she can do here. Cross, wide. Was looking for Caitlin Russell, she falls. She's down in the box.
Yeah, heavy collision, and it just looked like she might have caught a wild knee to the stomach. Just took the wind out of her.
She's back up, but pretty looking play there. Humber using a lot of these players there, and there's a look at Caitlin Russell.
Yeah, it looks like in the box she went for the deflection in and just caught a errant knee or shin to the stomach. Just knocked the wind out of her for a second, but it looks like she'll be okay.
Kicked up, but Conestoga having trouble getting another defensive third. Passed up into the box, but no one there to get it. Conestoga's gonna clear that pass out. Big kick there. Now Humber's got it back. Working in the middle. That will roll out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick. Nine minutes left to go before stoppage time. Humber's still up 2-0. Ettore and Russell, the goal scorers.
36 minutes here. Like you said, up 2-0. They've played a pretty sensational game so far, Andrew.
It's been a complete first half. Not quite out of the woods here yet, though. But Conestoga still without a shot on goal. Oliveira strips that one away. Could be an opportunity here. Humber's got the numbers. Through ball to Spalla. She's in the box, but once again, whistle down for the offside.
I believe it looked like she just had a little bit of a step up. Going again, just a bit too early. But again, a good generated play there on the offense from Humber.
Humber's pressure once again working here. Spalla passes it back. Bolicelli. Russell trying to get around her defender. Another one on her, and she's stripped. Battle there. Out of bounds, Conestoga ball. Caitlin Russell with it. Long pass up to Spalla, couldn't find her though, and that's going to be scooped up by the keeper. Thrown here for Humber. Oliveira to take it. Finds Gatti. Robitaille, long cross into the box. That'll be picked up by the Condors. Gatti. Another long cross into the box. Looking for Spalla, just over her head. Oliveira giving chase. That'll be knocked out of bounds and will be a throw for Humber.
If Spalla had 2 more inches, she gets the header on there. Unfortunately, you can see it's just kind of giving her the quick haircut.
Nature not on her side there. Spalla with it, she passes it. Gatti trying to keep this play alive. It's going to dribble to one of the Conestoga defenders. She'll try to clear it out, can't. Pressed up in their own end. We have Spalla down for Humber. Being knocked out of bounds there in a show of good sportsmanship. Spalla appears to be okay though.
Looks like when the defender went to go clear the ball, Spalla just tried to get it and it might have caught the foot. And like you said, good show of sportsmanship there from the side of Condors. Yeah, you can see the players saying, get the sub ready.
Spalla off on her old power. Good to see. And what do you know? Katerina Medeiros into sub in.
And something we saw in the men's game, her brother Danny Medeiros actually did get a goal. So maybe 2 goals for the Madeiro siblings today.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Good for Danny. He'd been getting his opportunities over the weekend. Had been a little snake bitten though. Good to see him get a goal there.
Yeah, you can kind of see the relief when he scored. He was like, finally.
Take that monkey off your back. Low cross. Greta keeping that one in. Bolicelli passes it back. of a sloppy play here for the Humber Hawks. They hang on to the ball. Into the final 5 minutes of the half. Cross there from Oliveira looking for Russell. Not quite on target. Bernardi passes it off to Robitaille. Oliveira. Nice ball there. Just manages to keep it in bounds. Cernuska with it now, going into the corner. Turns back. Pass it back to Robitaille. It's for Gatti. She's got some space. Fires. And right to the keeper. What a good shot there.
Gatti was looking to get her first one of the game there. Nice power shot, and trying to go for the left side, but the goalkeeper got there. Made an easy save.
Robitaille looking for Oliveira. Good ball. She'll just kick it out for a goal kick. Referee blows her whistle. Conversation about what appears to be one of the players on the bench. One of the people on the bench, I should say.
Yeah, it sounded like part of the coaching staff wasn't in the technical area. Referee saw it and said, if you're going to coach, you got to be standing in the box. So.
Referee blows her whistle and we're back underway. Into the 44th minute here, closing stages of the first half. To midfield. Hawks get it back. Gatti. Here's Medeiros. Almost in the box, but had that ball stripped away. Out of bounds, Hawks ball. Taken quickly. Robitaille changes sides. Russell with it. Tried to cut into the middle, couldn't do it. Cernuska with the ball. Policelli. Tode now. Give and go with Retta. She has it back. Couple spin moves there. Running into the corner. Still battling for the ball. Kicked out of bounds. Humber throw in into the 45th minute.
That was just great offense by Cassia Torre. Slowly making her way up the field, battling the whole way up, not giving an inch. And results in the throw in there for the Hawks.
You love to see that if you're a Humber Hawks fan. Especially with the regular season schedule closing out here. This is, of course, the third last game of the season. Second last home game here at Ontario Soccer Center. Their home finale, of course, next Wednesday, hosting the Niagara Knights. And after that, 3 days later, in fact, they'll be at Sheridan to finish out their season. Ball in the box, kicked. That's a goal. 3-0 for the Humber Hawks right at the end of the first half.
And who else but Russell?
Her second of the game.
Whew. Took her time, let it hit off her chest, calmed the ball down, quick tap into the net.
Another look at that play.
Yeah, it was the missed header. It was almost like a decoy play where Russell was just trailing. Header was missed, ball goes easily right to her, nobody around her, and off the goalie, right into the net.
Another goal from prime position by the captain, Caitlin Russell. Second of the game, 8th of the season, and her 8th match, so goal per game, not a bad average. Conestoga looking for one here before this half closes out. We're at added time here, and the ref will blow her whistle to wrap things up here in the first half. A late goal by the captain, Caitlin Russell, giving Humber the 3-0 lead over the Conestoga Condors. Zach, what were your impressions of that first half?
I mean, if I'm the Condors, 3 defenders on number 9 whenever she's in the attacking zone, and you just got to try to generate something on offense. You know, it's really hard because of how sound and solid this Humber defense is, but that's the strategy going into the second half. Try to figure something out. And if you're the side of Humber, just keep doing what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with your game. You know, your game plan, you're executing it perfectly. Everything, get it to Russell because you know she'll score. She has the talent to score.
And you know they're looking for her, Zach. It seems like, you know, about 25-50% of those through balls, those long crosses are aimed for her. We gotta look at some of the stats here as we go into halftime. Humber leading in attempts 8-1, 5 shots on target to nothing, 1 corner to nothing. And Conestoga making the lone 2 saves in this game so far. 1 yellow card only for Humber. And look at the goals: Atode, Russell, and Russell again, the goal scorers.
Is that duo on the left side? You know, it's been dominant, and I'm sure it's going to continue to dominate in the second half.
Humber uses that full field we talked about before. That'll do it for us for the first half. Join us about 15 minutes for half number 2.
Oh, you're pointing the wrong way. I got it. No, this was the manual. Maybe I'm not. Okay, everything's close.
Hello and welcome back to this game between the Conestoga Condors and your Humber Hawks. We are set and getting underway the second half here. Humber took an early 3-0 lead in the first half, riding the momentum off of Caitlin Russell and a penalty kick from Cassia Torre. And the Hawks starting off with what they were doing basically all half long. You know, having possession, doing a very good job kind of spreading out the field. Doing a good job playing in the back now. Pelletier goes to the right back. And trying to get a through ball to Russell. Russell's already has 2 goals on the game. She's done a phenomenal job getting the offense going here for Humber. And Humber just pushing the offense right now. Trying to get a good look here, get an open shot. Playing at the back line. Still in control are the Hawks. Going up the line here. Trying to cross in. Give it off to Medeiros. Kick on net. Russell in the middle. Not going to connect. Humber maintains possession. Still at the top of the box. Big shot coming in. But Conestoga snuffs it out and is able to get it and clear. Head back towards midfield now. A big step up play there by Pelletier. Getting it back into the Condors' territory. Humber continuing this pressure, doing a very good job. Not giving Condors really anything to work with.
A little bit of collision there in midfield. Humber passing to Bernardi. Once again to get the attack started. Carvalho giving chase into the box. It's Russell now. Chip to Carvalho. Can she finish? No, just wide. She's knocked down though. No call. It's going to be a corner kick for Humber.
That's something you love to see, right? Russell sitting on 2 goals in the game. Could have gone for the hat trick right there, but still opted to be a team player and allow her teammate to try to get an opportunity to get their first goal. So, I mean, again, we talked about her creating plays, but now, I mean, she's being more of a facilitator instead of just a striker.
Yeah, that playmaking acumen really an underrated part of Caitlin Russell's game. Russell finishing, setting up that corner kick. Let's see what she's got. It's up. Still in the box. Just cleared out. Russell running back to get that. We'll restart from the near side. Retta. Carvalho, good touch there. That's going to be called offside.
I will say one thing, though, here in the broadcast booth, I didn't know there was lights in here.
It's one of those things that everyone forgets until someone suddenly remembers.
Yeah, I'm glad I can see all the notes. I can see everything. It's great.
Yeah, those lights on the field, not quite enough to shine light on One of our wonderful notes here. Carvalho trying to use her body to fray up that ball, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Out of bounds. Who's that on? They're going to say Humber ball. Headed to midfield, just dumped in. Bernardi's going to run to get that one. She's going to make a play with her feet. Correct that. She'll make a play with her hands.
And then the feet.
And then the feet, yeah, with the drop kick.
If you had a drop kick, how far up the field do you think you can get it?
Oh, not that far, I don't think.
I think maybe the edge of the circle on my side.
Okay.
Maybe, on a good day, wind blown out.
It's not the power that's an issue for me. It's just mainly the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never the strongest kicking the ball. That's why I'm usually playing defense. Preventing goals, that's my thing. Caitlin Russell trying to weave her way through the Conestoga defense. Luza tripped up. It's going to be a Humber free kick. All the Humber players, except that of Bernardi, the keeper, are past midfield. You know they're thinking attack here. Low free kick, right to one of the Conestoga players in the edge of the box. We'll try and clear this out. Player knocked down. It's going to be a free kick for the Condors. Long free kick as everyone retreating. Bernardi will be first to that one. Big kick by her. Right to Medeiros. You got Robitaille running in on the other side. Not often does she come out that far to make a play.
Yeah, just blazing speed up the right side right there, trying to get an opening for her team.
But unfortunately for her, she knocked down one of the Conestoga players, so it'll be a free kick for them. Reda passes it back.
You can hear it still. Bernardi in the back. You got me. You got me. And just kind of just that. It's that reassuring factor for the defensive line, being like, if they are pressured, don't worry too much because you still have that escape plan in the back going to Bernardi.
Yeah, Bernardi, of course, is the last line of defense, and being that last line of defense, the lines of communication are oh so important.
Oh, for sure. You don't want to cough it up in the back. You don't want to give any unnecessary opportunities for the opposing team. And Humber's just done a really good job, communicating that in the back. And you can see it's a very critical piece of their game. If a push isn't working, bring it to the back, have Bernardi reset the play, and then go right up again.
That allows for her to not be relied on too much to be that last line of defense. She can rely on her defenders to cut out that play a few steps earlier. Robitaille, pass it up. I believe it's Oliveira with it. Long cross into the box. That won't make it to Carvalho. Kick tie up in the air, out of bounds and out of the field.
And I think you can say goodbye to that one, unless it stayed in the fence. It did! We don't lose a soccer ball tonight, Andrew.
Big strike, but that'll be high. We have that field kind of adjacent to here, another fence there, so very unlikely that we lose a ball, I must say. Trio of substitutions getting ready for Conestoga as we got another look at that long strike attempt.
Just over the crossbar.
Yeah, it did not look as, or I should say from the angle we had, it did not look as close as it did from that angle.
Do you remember the old days of YouTube with the crossbar challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Good old Sidemen days. That's what that reminded me of. You know, just a little bit, inches off from hitting the crossbar.
Ball deep in the Conestoga end. They're trying to get it out. Knocked out of bounds. Still Condor's ball. Thrown upfield. Retta trying to take that one away. They get it, but they lose it immediately. Condor's back on the offense. Cernuska takes it away. She'll pass it back. Over 10 minutes into the second half. Humber still up 3-0. All 3 goals scored in that first half. 2 from captain Caitlin Russell. And the opening goal off a penalty kick by Cassiatore. Policelli for Carvalho. She runs up ahead, trying to find some space as that ball knocked away out of bounds. That will be a throw-in.
Yeah, we saw in the first half really the duo work of Russell and Ettore. And now, you know, with Cassiatore sitting out, it looks like Katrina Medeiros will be the one stepping in, you know, kind of doing that duo pairing with Russell.
Corner kick here. Their specialist, Caitlin Russell, to take it. No surprise there. Here she goes. Good looking one. In the box, lands. The keeper will pounce on that one to keep this at a 3-0 game. Counterattack here for the Condors, but they will knock that one out of bounds for a goal kick. Excuse me. That'll be a corner for the Condors, their first of the match. That went off the foot of one of the Humber defenders. Biggest opportunity of the game for Conestoga, trying to cut into this 3-goal lead. Here we go. Kick is up, looks pretty good. Headed into the box. But Humber will clear that one away. Conestoga is first on that clearing attempt, though.
Just phenomenal defense from Humber all around right there.
Kennery Medeiros, long through ball up to Caitlin Russell. She's onside. She's trying to get past her defender. She does. It's 1-0 with the goalie. Kicked just wide of the post. That could have been the hat trick for Caitlin Russell.
So close. Game of inches. Russell had the opportunity. She took the step up on her defender, and it was a beautiful move. We'll see it right here again. Tries to create some space right there. Creates the space with her defender, and then tries to go outside post, just missing it. Inches away from that hat-trick goal.
That missed by, I'd say, about the width of the post length there.
And, you know, we don't typically see that out of Russell, right? That's once in a blue moon type of sighting.
Going for precision on that one. She just misses, and we're still at a 3-0 game into the 60th minute. Hawks going back. Carvalho now. Policelli. Trying to go inside. Still has it. Good defense there by the Condors. Policelli still on this one, winning that ball. Retta. Bit of an errant pass there. Conestoga in possession. Passed off by Blazek. Can't clear it away, but they'll stay in possession.
Minutes remaining here in this game, as we just hit the 60th. And, Andrew, so far in the game, it's just Humber is just doing a great job generating that offense from the defense, right? When the play starts at Bernardi and works its way up, we see chances like we just saw with Russell.
Big strike, that attempt block, and you said it there, Zach. Like, see him just working as a strong 11-player unit. Really, everything kind of melts together. Every player's got really their own set of strengths that kind of meld in. You can almost imagine that they can almost change positions the way that they play so well throughout the field.
Yeah, even the subs coming onto the bench, coming off the bench, really just kind of understanding what to do in their roles to play here on the pitch, and they're just understanding that, hey, this is how I need to fill this gap. This is how we need to do when we're doing these passing plays, and they love to do that triangle pass.
Caitlin Russell working back. Couple moves, shoots. That one with not much power, no problem for the keeper. Drop kick to midfield. Won by the Hawks. Retta in possession. She'll pass it back. Puntillo. Carvalho. Policelli on the left side. Tried to center it, picked off, but she'll get it back. Pelletier. Passes it off to her right. Long crossing for Russell in the box. She's on it, kicks it, and there's the hat trick. Caitlin Russell, her 9th of the season. 4-0 Humber.
Took a couple more minutes, but same result. Caitlin Russell, you said it, 9th of the season. And it's another great pass up, and this time Russell doesn't miss that low corner. She nails it perfectly on the spot. And that's just an exceptional pass over the top. I mean, what else can you say about it?
A great vision there to find Caitlin Russell wide open going in for the run. And she makes no mistake there. 4-0 for the Humber Hawks. I think that'll be the end of the night for Caitlin Russell, getting subbed off in the late stages of this one.
Yeah, she'll be coming off, but not before getting the hat trick, and in my opinion, taking the woman of the match honors, really. I mean, anytime you're able to put up a hat trick, we saw it in the first game with Cadell Thomas. He got his hat trick, and now Russell doing it here, and it's just impressive.
Free kick here for the Conestoga Condors. Emma Stushnoff and Emma Genova into this one for Oliveira and Caitlin Russell. Now the goal for the Condors is just to stop the bleeding here. Cross attempt into the box, it's blocked, still on it though. Nice little move, try and get into the box, low cross, that one's cut out. Battle here for the ball. Stushnoff fresh into this game, not afraid to get a little physical there.
That's what you like to see, right, from a player coming off the bench. And also, her 4th game playing this year, and we saw last year at the playoffs and how she got to be taken off because of the scary injury. And so, being a fan of Humber, being on the announcer, is good to see, a player coming back after having that injury.
Yeah, absolutely, and to thrive in this situation like that as well. Free kick here for the Condors. Off on the wings, but it's could prove to be a scoring opportunity here. Condors have about 8 players in the box. Headed, not quite on target though. Sternuska is going to be first on that. Kicking it out. Going for the 50-50 ball will not work this time. Will be a Condors throw-in. Genova gave chase, but just couldn't get there in time. Policelli tried to get that one, but will knock it out. About to head into the 66th minute here at Ontario Soccer Center in Vaughan. Humber up 4-0. Really, Zach, it's been all Humber here this evening.
I mean, what can you say? 4-0, 65th minute. Hat trick by your captain. Everything has gone right for this team. They're really playing together as one unit.
Genova with it, had to turn back. In danger of being offside. And there, that play is blown dead offside.
Yeah, it looked like she just got a little bit behind the defenders before the pass came to her, so it's a good call there by the ref.
And we were talking about how Humber built up this lead before. This isn't a matter of, getting a few lucky breaks, few lucky opportunities. Humber's had to work for these goals and have had plenty of goal-scoring opportunities here tonight.
We kind of talked about it'd be more of a defensive game more than it would an offensive. And obviously, yes, the score says 4-0, but Conestoga has really shut down Humber. I mean, we've seen Russell in years past put up goals, put up multiple goals a game. I mean, yes, she scored the hat trick, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't all sunshines and rainbows.
Yeah, they say you can't shut down the top players; you can only contain them, and you can only contain Caitlin Russell so much, I suppose. Fell for the ball there. I think it went off the hand, no call. Genova battling for that when she wins the ball. They pass that ahead for Carvalho. Finds Katerina Medeiros. Turns, passes it back to Carvalho. Back to Medeiros. She has got some space. Was looking for a through ball into the box, but I think their wires were crossed up. Couldn't quite get that to perfection. Bernardi will get a touch here. Big kick upfield. Genova to Medeiros. Back to Genova, but she couldn't hang on. Couple Hawks got crossed up there. Thought Conestoga going to make it a few feet up, but they lose it. Conestoga having trouble getting into the attacking third here. Medeiros to Genova. She looks for Carvalho deep. She's going to go for a run. She's got space. What can she do with this? Crosses it, but right to one of the Condors defenders.
The excitement got to me. It got to you there too, Andrew.
Could barely get a sentence out. Whistle blowing that play dead. Players moving back. It's going to be a free kick for Conestoga.
Approaching the 70th minute here. This game's really flown by. Good pace to it for both sides.
A lot of action, a lot of shots. Humber pressing offensively will go out of bounds, and Humber will get the ball right back on the throw-in. Policelli to Genova. Retta. Now Pelletier. Shanuska trying to find space. Good ball, Carvalho's there. She's gonna turn, look for a cross. It's up, pretty good one. Just bounced by a few people. Humber attack still alive, Medeiros shot on that, that's a goal! Katerina Medeiros makes it 5-0, Humber.
And we said it, I said it earlier in the game, Andrew. No, her brother on the men's soccer team gets the goal in the first game, and now she gets hers. And the CCAA Player of the Week.
That's right.
Showing off some skills right there. It's a good night for the Madeiros.
It's a good night for the Madeiros clan, indeed. Madeiros start off that play, and she'll end it off there. Her 5th goal of the season being scored in the 70th minute of this one. And the Humber dominance here continues this evening. Humber came into this one on a 3-game win streak. Undefeated, 6-0-1 on the year. That only draw coming here against the Mohawk Mountaineers was a little bit of a heartbreaker, that one. The Humber Hawks, I should say, blew that late 1-0 lead. But since then, it's been all business for this Humber Hawks squad.
Yeah, I mean, they came into this game really just playing a really sound game, really solid, defensive and offensive game. Captain Caitlin Russell, hat trick. I mean, I guess that's the bar for her right now. It's just score every time. But up to, I believe, 9 goals on the year now.
9 goals
and
in 8 games.
It was hard to believe some of the opportunities she got last year and how many she scored. But even now, it's still absolutely mind-boggling. And you have players coming off the bench like Catalina Madeiros just continuing to stay hot.
Caitlin Russell in a torrid goal scoring pace this season. Of course, she's got pulled out of this one. Had some good work in. I think she deserved that rest. She earned it, I should say. Jushnov working on that far side. Turns back, falls down, gets right back up. Kicked out of bounds for the Humber throw-in. Taken quickly. It's going to be another Humber throw-in. Conestoga picked that one up. What a run here on that far side. Got a few players coming up to help on the attack. Bit of contact in the box. Humber player down. She's right back up. That was Pelletier, I believe. She's down the box.
Is that Vanessa Rita? Can't see the.
Yeah, it's Retta. She's right back up. Good to see. Humber will continue here, trying to put the finishing touches on this game against the Conestoga Condors. 3rd last game of the campaign, as we mentioned before. Humber not only on a 3-game win streak, but a 3-game clean sheet streak as well. I mean, their last 3, 3-0, 2-0, and 6-0 most recently against the Lambton Lions.
I don't know if you were seeing there on the screen there, but Bernardi, some impressive keep-ups there.
She got the moves.
Hey, just keeping the game entertained even while we're in this little break here. Some nice keep-ups. I can only do one. I can't do multiple.
I think I'm maxed out at 4. That's my record.
I just don't. How does it work, right? Like I can get the one, and then just the second foot is what confuses me.
I don't really have a good answer for that.
Is it a rhythm thing? It's
a little bit of a rhythm thing, I suppose.
I might have to go up to Bernardi and ask for some pointers here.
Humber, good offensive pressure here, trying to win that ball back from the Conestoga back line. Madeiros tried to stick her foot in there, trying to win that one, couldn't quite do it. Out of bounds there, Hawks throw in Policella to take it. She takes it quickly. Genova. Carvalho, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay Humber ball. Policelli again with the throw-in. Right to Medeiros, right under foot. Turns around, trying to find some space, passed it off. There's Stushnov with it. She came in as a sub. Give and go with Genova. Sub to sub. Oh, and a brilliant save there. That was a great scoring opportunity there.
Right off the crossbar.
Turns and fires. That one rolls right past the net. Still in bounds.
Oh, saves it.
Still in play. Conestoga's gonna have to work to get this out though. Policelli, great job to secure that. Humber's gonna press the reset button with their attack. Robitaille turns back. A little bit of pressure there from Conestoga. Policello. Quintillo. Cernuska passed it up to Genova. Cernuska looking for that long through ball, couldn't connect.
If that got through, Stushnov had room to make that run.
Cernuska winning that ball back, using that long length of hers. Dushnov working on that far side. Now Reda be kicked out. Is that going to stay in? It will not, but it'll be a throw in for the Hawks.
Just another look at the shot that almost made it.
And yeah, that went right off the crossbar. Looked like the goalie might have got her mitts on it, but no.
See, we talked earlier about the crossbar challenge. I mean, that was it. That's basically the the definition of the crossbar challenge right there. That had some good power behind it too.
It did.
That was a really good shot from outside.
Genova already with the goal in the season, was looking for number 2 there. Into the 78th minute of this match. It's up. Looks pretty good. Knocked down by Policello, but the keeper will secure that. Policelli to take the throw in. Policelli, excuse me. Looking for Medeiros, not quite long enough to find her. Hawks will hang on to it though. Thrown here for the Condors. Policelli smartly lets that one just roll out of bounds, so Humber can take that thrown here. Ball goes the other way to Conestoga, who are about to make another couple substitutions right here.
Slowly drawing towards the end of this game, and it's been the one-side affair. Humber has just played spectacular through and through. Took command of the game early and just have not given it up. You know, Conestoga tried to fight their way back with some fairly good offense, and some good defense. You know, trying to get some breaks, but the back line of Humber just did not let them whatsoever, and that's just been the story of the game. It's just the Humber back line not allowing anything through.
And I could argue not even just the back line, just the whole team as a whole really defending really well, knowing where to be. Some good positioning here by the whole squad. Substitutions are in for Conestoga. Cernuska getting ahead on that one.
Another good run here up the side.
Went to the box, kicked safely out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick. Cernuska winning that ball, passed it off to Retta. Madeiros, nice little move. Kicks it off into the corner, but where no Humber player is, that's actually going to stay in bounds. Shushnov giving battle there. And she'll pick up a foul. Free kick for Conestoga in the final 9 minutes of this match.
We've been treated to two really good soccer games today. Obviously, the men's team for Humber played first, taking that victory. And now the women's team, en route, up 5-0, 9 minutes left.
Like the men were.
Yep, played a pretty solid game through and through. Not really too much to critique or think poorly of. I mean, the team did everything you could ask, really.
Cross into the box, just over the head of the defender, but her backup got it there. Put back on net, but will be scooped up by the keeper. Booted to midfield. Shtushnov on it. There's Madeiros. Let's see what she can do here. She strikes it. Looking for that far post. That one missed, but not by too much.
Another good strike by Madeiros there. Looking for her second one. Maybe get some bragging rights up on her brother. I scored more than you today.
Of course, this classic sibling rivalry right there.
Of course. I'm sure they have it in the household, right?
Oh yeah.
Can't both play for Humber, not have a sibling rivalry.
Madeiros pass it off to Shushnov outside of the box. Turns. Tries a low cross, cut out. Player knocked down. It's going to be a free kick going to Conestoga.
Just a little bit too aggressive there.
Contact there, and now once again move the play up. Another free kick for Conestoga as we enter the 84th minute.
We're getting a little bit restless.
You better be careful. You don't want to give up this clean sheet this late in the ball game. Cleared out by Cernuska. Carvalho giving chase, putting a little bit of pressure on the Conestoga defenders. Good job to block that clearance attempt. Without bounce out of bounds for another throw-in. Out of bounds, Conestoga ball. About to enter the 85th minute. Madeiros. Nice pass.
Beautiful pass.
Through ball finding Shtushnov. Looking for Genova in the box. She finds her, shoots it, but that's going to be blown dead. Another offside.
So close, but so far again. Genova's had some really good looks all game long. She hit it off the crossbar earlier on, and just another great pass. And yeah, it just has a little bit of a step up on him.
Just caught a little bit in that offside trap. Over that of the Conestoga forward there. Whistle blowing that play dead. It's going to be Condors free kick. 5 minutes left to go before added time. This lead is, by now, by this stage in the game, too much for Conestoga to come back in. And at this point, it's just about Humber putting the finishing touches up on this one, just trying to close out this clean sheet, which, I mean, Bernardi has earned here completely this evening, I should say.
Yeah, on the field, really she's been the field general, and it's a play style that I like to see out of a player, you know, just telling everybody, communicating, letting people know, like, hey, I'm here, hey, I can cover you, she's open, like, this is the play. That type of player is something that, you know, every team needs, and Bernardi's just doing it very, very well all the way back in her own zone.
And the best keepers really are the best field generals, the best defensive captains of their soccer squads.
It's said in every sport, you know, defense wins championships, and when you have a leader at the back, and Humber was gifted for 5 years having a leader like Fiore for the last 5, and I mean, if Bernardi is just going to be the exact same, that's a big boost to this team.
Bernardi playing here in her first year of action here, first year eligible player in the OCAA. Taking over for Vanessa Fiore last year, was one of the captains of the squad.
Always the one wearing the captain's patch when it came on playing.
Humber having a retreat here. About 3.5 left to play. Rutillo gave it to Cernuska in almost pretty dangerous territory.
Even though it's late in the game, I mean, still the communication from the Hawks was huge there. You get 3 players crashing on one, and this communication, get it out, come to me. And that's what you want to see out of a team. You know, it doesn't matter how much you're winning by or how much you're losing by. It's just got to keep being one unit, keep being just a team player.
Chance here, Genova, once again, another offside.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more clear. Almost in the box, and the 2 defenders pushed up. Tough one. You know, she's anxious. She wants that goal, and you know, I don't blame her.
A win tonight would just about put the division lead out of reach for second place Sheridan. They sit in second place in the OCAA West with a 4-2-1 record coming into tonight. Humber, of course, on top with a 6-0-1 record, soon to be a 7-0-1 record. We're definitely
It's
Cavallo.
another great pass.
Tough spot though, and a bit of a awkward angle. Turns back, tries to make something happen, turns and fires. Past the net, still staying in. Still in play, but the keeper will scoop that up.
Katrina Medeiros was in her own zone, settled the ball down, and just spun and fired a perfect pass up the left wing.
The win tonight would also clinch a spot for Humber in the OCAA Final 8 provincial tournament. Of course, if that all goes well, they can find themselves playing for nationals this year, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Big strike. Right to Bernardi. A bit of a bounce right in front of her, though. Oh, boy. Just securing that clean sheet there. Bernardi can breathe a sigh of relief, as will I.
You know, sometimes hands get a little bit cold. You know, she's standing there, field generaling all game long. You know, gotta get the hands warmed up. Ball slipped off. All good, happens.
'90th minute here. Ball will once again bounce into the Humber end. Bad clearing attempt there. But Cernuska and Carvalho will collapse on that ball. Policelli passed it up, looking for Cernuska, but that got past her. We are right at 90 minutes, and we're into added time. Booted up by Bernardi, a bit of a tough one there. Medeiros fighting for it. Turns around. And that will do it. Humber winning this one a big 5-0 score to keep themselves atop the OCAA West. And things are looking pretty good for this team, as with only 2 games remaining, playoffs are right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more impressed with Isabella Bernardi. Her 6th game started and her 4th shutout in the first year, but I think the player of the match just has to go to none other than Captain Caitlin Russell. I mean, what else? Well, you can't really deny how well she played today.
Hard to not give the player of the game to the one that scored the hat trick this evening, and boy, oh boy, was she fantastic here to watch tonight, especially in that second goal, a little bit of a dipsy doodle around the defender to find the net. We're going to look at the full time stats here. All over these stats, you can see just pure dominance here by the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, from the start, you know, it all started with the Ettore penalty kick in the 6th minute. Got the ball rolling for the Hawks, and they never looked back. They were dominant all the way through.
And a natural hat trick also for Caitlin Russell, the captain here this evening. Great evening of soccer. Humber pulling off the the sweep here. 2 games over the Conestoga Condors, both 5-0 victories for the men and the women. They're looking pretty strong here going into the playoffs, and that will just about do it for us here at Ontario Soccer Center here tonight in Vaughan. I'm Andrew Milani, alongside my broadcasting partner Zach Benoit. And thank you from us and the rest of us here at the Hawk Sports Network. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.